This is JC DeLass with this week's Fidelis Care Coaches Corner, and our guest this week is Cal Wickens. He's the head men's and women's volleyball coach at Nazareth College. Coach, you joined Nazareth in 2003, first as the women's team coach, then a couple years later building the men's program really from scratch. What have been some of the challenges building up two successful programs here?
Well, first of all, the school, Nazareth, kind of fit into the type of environment that I wanted to be in. D3. Developing academics, a little bit of structure. I came in originally to start the men's program a year early, and there were a couple kids that, a woman that left as a very successful coach, and it was late, and they're like, hey, what about doing our women's team for the year? And I had a couple kids that played juniors that were at the school at Nazareth. And at that time I was working in the culinary arts business and said, hey, I can do that. So I recruited for the men's and coached the girls for the first year. And then it snowballed into, hey, can you do both programs? And it worked out, I think, well for both of us.
When you're coaching a men's team versus a women's team, do you have to change your approach at all? Or do you try and keep it the same no matter what, if it's men or women?
Well, I'm a little bit old school in this. I teach the women to run a men's office, and I teach the men to defend like women, which is closer to the ground, and the girls become more offensive, backcourt attack, big physical game, even though we're a D3 team.
When you're out recruiting and looking for kids to come here to Nazareth College, is there a certain type of student athlete you're looking for to fit into your programs?
Looking for a student first, then looking for an athlete, and then looking for a kid that can be coachable. So in Division III, you have kids that have been in different volleyball environments, but probably haven't been 6 years in by the time they're a senior. So they're not maxed out. They're a kid that might be from a smaller school in one of the outlying counties or just, in Ohio or New Jersey. They're a kid that's up and coming, only been playing for 3 years, but never had a very traditional or structured coaching system. We're very good at training kids physically, and then we're really good at concept of the game.
You recruit kids nationally. You talked about it, going around to different states and bring them here to Nazareth College. But I know it's also important for you to get the best local players you can, too.
Well, the local scene is, first of all, is a really good scene. Like, I'm going to say the girls' volleyball has been pretty solid for the D3, and we have a lot of kids that go small D1. The men's side of the junior thing, we have in this area right now 7 kids that are in the national program. They're on the top, either the U.S. Youth National, Junior National, or Select A1 teams. So men's volleyball in this town, this is a place where they're recruiting. Ball State's here, Pepperdine's here, UCLA's here, USC, every year. And you know what? Volleyball is pretty good in this area.
What's the best part about coaching at Nazareth College for you?
Well, first of all, it's a great school. It's extremely supportive. One of the reasons why I've stayed is our cadre of coaches, athletic people, Pete, Joe Sile, are really out for a solid athletic program in a really good academic environment. So for me, you get the right kid academically that comes in, you see their success, and you put them in a great volleyball environment. Whether we're Sweet 16 in the girls or we're a national runner-up with the guys, it's a good fit for me.
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this week's Fidelis Care Coaches Corner.